What's going on, guys? My name is Albert. Welcome back to another episode of Huang Bros, and we have Barry here also. Today we are going to wrap this Model 3 Performance with carbon fiber,
5D carbon fiber. Link to product will be in the description below.
So we're gonna take this carbon fiber and we're going to wrap the inside right here, this cup holder section, this middle compartment, as well as the upper compartment below the screen. It's gonna look pretty good. If you look at the carbon fiber, it kind of looks real. I mean, let's get some sunlight right there. It looks pretty good. This Vivid 5D from Amazon. So a couple things you're gonna need. You're gonna need, obviously, the most expensive hair dryer you got. If you don't got a heat gun, a knife. We bought this from Home Depot. It was like $2 or $3. Pretty good price. And you're going to need a squeegee with a fabric on the bottom to glass out the inside when you lay it down. Here we have the pieces that we're gonna wrap. Make sure you wipe it off with some ISO and make sure there's no lint. Blow it off. Make sure you get the crevices in here. You can actually pull this thing back right here a little bit, just a little bit, right? So there's gonna be crumbs and stuff like that stuck in between. So you can push down, right, and it'll lift the end up. Clean the edges. Same thing with this one. You can push it down and it'll lift up. All right. I'm going to be wrapping with the weave going 45 degrees to the right. Okay. All right. So make sure when you do it, you line up, all three are lined up going to the right, if you're going to the right, or whichever direction you're going. Just gonna take this, double check that the weave is facing to the right. Make sure you get a good 45 degrees. That way you line it up for the rest of them, because later on you're going to match it along here. So you don't want to be crooked, because if you're crooked, then the weave is going to start going this way. Okay. And since we pre-cut some of these, we can't afford to restart. So basically just double check and basically just use these edges right here to line it up that is 90 degrees. That'll tell you, you're pretty straight. So we have the end right here, so I gotta move this up a little bit. 45, yep. We got enough X's on the top and on the bottom. So now we can start glassing it down, locking it down. So always start from the middle, right? Start from the middle. Try not to stretch it, okay? Don't stretch it, don't heat it yet. All right, start pushing it out. Use your hands for now. And then start coming in, out. Okay, careful with this section right here. All right, so remember, this side piece can actually be pulled back a bit. So go ahead and, push it in, shove it in there. There we go. Okay. Now that it's all laid down, we can take off this little liner, little cover sheet. Okay, get that piece in. We're gonna worry about cutting it, and then we're going to heat this in. So I would suggest you pull on this, pull it back a bit, and then stick your knife through. So let's see, we can always go from outside in. Careful not to cut the actual car. All right, that only took forever, but we did it finally. Tuck that in later. Do it this way. I'll create a gap so I have a line to actually. Alright, it might take a little bit, but we're gonna do it slow, then get it wrong. Okay, so there's a gap for me to run a blade underneath. Perfect. If you have fingernails, you can definitely set it in there. That would help a lot. Or you can cut it with your fingernails like I just did. Make the blade a little longer for this one. I should go this way actually. The easy part about that is this is fabric, so you can, you know, lightly take the knife and just cut it right there. Right. Because it's gonna be cut when you bring it down. You're not gonna see it anyway, so don't spend too much time on it. That's all I'm gonna say. But do try your best and do a good job. Set it. Oh, there we go. So we're going to just fold it down. Okay, run your. Make sure you go top down, top down. Suggest tucking it underneath because you never know when a wrap is going to lift if you cut it too short. So always recommend tucking it underneath, and it'll never be in the way because you're not going to be reaching underneath here anytime soon, or maybe ever. Make sure these corners are good. So we are going to heat it, just to heat it right here. So, but what I like to do is I like to pre-stretch it first. Always pre-stretch it. So get that inside first. Get that pre-stretch in. You might have to do this a couple of times because this material is thick. Never put the heat gun too close, ever. Alright. What I like to do is I like to, again, run my finger while it's warm. Now if you have it too warm, it might rip. So if you have it too warm, just wait a little bit and let it solidify for a little bit, and then push it in. You can do this a few times. So important parts are these center pieces right here. Make sure you rub your thumb on them pretty firm and numerous times. Just want to make sure that spot does not lift. I'm going to make a relief cut right here and right here. Same goes for here and right here. We can heat gun it a little bit more. Okay, now we gotta watch these tensions right here. So I'm going to cut a circle. Same for here. Okay, once you got it cut, obviously push everything down. And if you got nails, run your finger, especially these corners right here. These are important. Alright, and now we're going to take a heat gun to make sure everything is nothing lifts. You always want to heat check the corners. Always. Again, just run your finger through it and nothing should lift. Now we're gonna hit the outside corners. Now this piece never moves, so it should be fine if you know, kind of get the corners kind of raggedy. It never moves, just remember that. But you still want to do a good job. So treat it like it is gonna move. You don't want nothing to lift. Nothing. Okay, and that's it. This back piece is officially done. Decently well. What do you think? It's a lot better than all my other attempts, that's for sure. Yep, I think this is the one. Wow. Let's lift this up. And check out the detail in there.